That is what you are trying to put in my mouth, and the words you put in my mouth taste like shit.
I would think that those words would in fact taste like that, because that's all they are. Seems a little bit nutty.
There's different.
You seem a bit nutty, sir.
The law is there to keep the place, the public place, looking halfway decent for people.
You're not concerned with that.
What's that?
You're not concerned with keeping the public place halfway decent.
Of course I am. What do you think this fucking thing's for?
What is this?
Call me Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, all those good names and everything else, because if you're going to pray for me, those are the names I want you to use. Murder other humans. So the government says you have to have the child.
Not allowed to murder the child.
So?
The child will have to be had.
So the mother says, okay, you don't want it killed, I'm going to have the doctor take it out in two weeks. Government, you can do whatever the fuck you want to keep it alive, but I'm not going to.
Sure,
I'm not participating.
That's better. Yes, that's what people do. Sometimes people who don't murder their children place their kids up for adoption. There's a lot of people that want to adopt their kids.
I said at 2 weeks.
Oh, at 2 weeks? No, the one
2 weeks after conception.
Sure, we don't have that medical technology.
Sure we do. It's called C-section. You cut it out, you package it up, you haul it off to the government, says keep it alive. That's your job.
No, 2 weeks after conception, we don't have that technology. We don't.
Then since you don't have that technology to keep it alive after 2 weeks,
I'm not with you.
The host then
I'm not with you.
That.
The oppression of people can't be related to the ability of our technicians.
Well, good.
Like,
because
if you want to oppress people and hurt them because they need a lot of help, I'm not going to be with you.
Because when the host says, I no longer want this in my body, the host has every right to remove whatever's in its body at will.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not arguing that mothers should be called hosts. I think they're women.
They are until it's born.
I agree. I disagree that women are just hosts. I believe women and men are alike equal, created in the image of God, that men aren't allowed to murder, women aren't allowed to murder. I think men who objectify women and call them hosts and objectify little human beings and call them life, but that they don't have the
mosquitoes
right to live.
Are life.
They're not human life.
It doesn't matter. It's still life. It says
right.
All creatures basically are created equal.
No, it says a human being is made in the image of God. This is something you don't believe. It says in the Word of God.
Religious propaganda.
Right. Yes.
Have you seen your God?
Listen. I see God.
Have you seen?
No, I can't.
How do you know that mankind is in the image of your God?
Listen, I haven't seen God, but I look at everything through Him.
How do you know that mankind is in its image?
Well, listen.
Would you say robots are in our image?
Let me just tell you. I'm going to give you an honest answer. I believe that God, who made us and loved us, wanted to know and understand, so He did give us His Word. And in His Word, revealed to Noah after the flood, I do believe He said, listen, I want you to establish just government. I don't want you to murder each other. I want to have righteousness, mercy, none of this shedding of innocent blood, none of this stealing. I don't want you to have governments that build stuff and take people's money. I believe that we probably have all sorts of common ground. I just think that human beings are valuable and should not be mistreated. I don't think a human being is like a mosquito. And I don't know, I should have asked you
so maybe Hitler shouldn't have
how
been
they're
killed.
supposed to. I don't know what your thing is.
So perhaps Hitler shouldn't have been killed.
On your view.
No.
On your view, you can't even say Hitler's wrong.
You can't kill.
No.
If you can't kill, Hitler can't be killed.
Hitler can be killed.
No.
Because
that's murder.
No, man is made in the image of God. If you shed the blood of an innocent human being by man, your blood will be shed.
Excellent.
Hitler,
let's go with that.
Hitler would be considered to have forfeited his life.
Okay. Let's take that.
Don't you think people can forfeit their lives?
Of course.
You don't think Hitler's in that list? Usually people think Hitler's in that list of people who deserve to die.
Would you say 5-year-olds would be in that list?
5-year-olds?
Yeah.
For a human being? Nope.
In your religion, where the God supposedly told whoever the heck it was, Joshua, Moses, or one of those back
to slay the Canaanites,
to slay everyone,
the Midianites. Oh yes,
man, woman, and child,
right,
as well as the beast of the field.
Yep.
Because apparently even the animals sinned.
Yep. No, he was like purging the land. Yeah, that's true. I believe that. That's totally true. Totally true.
So
It's like whenever,
basically,
yeah,
that
the justice
religious-
of God, yeah.
that religious leader claims to have gotten a message from a God so he could slaughter, genocide an entire civilization
Now,
because
a
it
lot-
didn't agree with their freaking God.
Actually, it's funny the other way around. You'll like this. You can use it against the next person you talk to if they get it wrong. God actually commanded them oftentimes to do that, and they, not being God and not understanding the justice of God, had a lot of trouble with that, right? It's a hard commandment to keep. And so they actually rebelled against God, and they were punished for not doing what he told them to do, because they tried to instead, keep the women, the children, the animals, and all this. And God's like, no, I did command you to wipe them out. It's because I actually believe in hell, and I actually believe in the judgment of God. I'm not talking about what God can do and can't do. I am talking about what humans can do.
Yeah.
And we all know that human beings did not make life, so human beings can't decide who lives and dies.
Do you know how many humans have, in the name of the God they created, have killed
Lots.
and slaughtered civilizations?
Lots.
The United States American religious Christians have slaughtered many Native
But
Americans.
I could say they're wrong, right? I could say they're wrong to slaughter the Native Americans. I could say that.
Why?
Because I
They
believe
were
in
led by their God, after all.
I can say they're wrong and they're lying. I could say that they are choosing to try to justify some atrocity in the name of God, and that in the name of God and in accordance with his word, I can judge what they did to be wrong and that they were either delusional or lying, because I believe there's a higher law outside of it to judge their actions. But you don't think there's a higher law outside, so you can't even say that the slaughter of Native Americans is wrong.
Let's define higher law.
A law that's higher and above, that's not made in the mind of man, that the laws made in the mind of man must submit to.
There's different laws that exist, different origins of laws that exist. The law that governs the moon is different, but mankind can alter that law.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Sure we can.
then,
The
well,
law says the moon goes around the earth. But
Natural laws.
But if man goes up there, as we're planning to do, and start building colonies on there, we're going to eventually blow a hole in the moon. It's going to shatter, and it's going to fracture that law.
Yeah, it's not going to fracture the law, because the law cannot be fractured. The moon is going to fracture in accordance with the laws of physics.
Yeah.
So the laws of physics, natural laws, cannot be broken, but moral
If you
laws
want to take that out,
can.
hey,
Moral laws can
if
be
you want to
broken.
pick that up, you fucking litter bug,
It's just,
stupid fucking religious people.
hey, don't be so mean. You don't have to be mean.
What do
sir.
you mean be so mean? The fucking assholes going around littering in public space.
But why is that wrong?
Because it's public space and we have rules against it.
Who set the rules? And why can't we change them?
We
Why
can.
can't- why can't we
But
just-
right now we haven't.
So any law,
So
no law should be disobeyed?
I didn't say that.
Why are you so mad at him for doing it? He's
Because
disobeying the litter
because-
laws.
So why are you so mad at
You want him to submit to your laws
No.
and your idea.
See-
Do you think you're God?
See, I'm not, the law isn't mine. The law is there to keep the place, the public place, looking halfway decent for people.
You're not concerned with that.
What's that?
You're not concerned with keeping the public place
Of course I am.
halfway decent.
Of course I am. What do you think this fucking thing's for? To go around sweeping that shit up.
What is this?
What's that?
What is this?
My possessions, just like that.
What are you trying to do with it? You're trying to spread a message,
Yep.
right?
Clean, honest government does not include religion.
Is that your message? So this has a message.
Yep.
It's just a bit more aesthetically pleasing.
Nah. Not your opinion.
This is considered by many people, I'm honest with you, many people find this to be in direct violation of the very thing that you are mad at him about.
What?
This is
Who's mad at
making
who?
the guy that walked by with put the
Okay.
thing down. This is an eyesore. It's ugly. It looks terrible. And for you to be concerned about what the place looks like,
I hope you got that on video.
I think they got everything on video.
Fucking double standard people.
Precisely what we're talking about. It's a double standard. You are not in a
See,
place.
This is not litter.
You're not in a
Come on.
place to actually say that anyone is wrong because you don't have a higher authority. You just have whatever laws. You told me
See,
that you're okay with breaking laws.
First of all, let's define what is a higher authority. You did that. It's something above something else.
Something by which we can judge
you claim
laws of the
that
minds of men.
humans are a higher authority over the mosquito.
Human beings are made in the image of God. They've been given value and dignity above other creations. Yes.
So there's higher authority.
I think you recognize it all the time.
But the mosquito also has a higher power than humans because the mosquito can spread malaria and kill humans. So what are we calling a higher power? The ability to do something others can't?
Kind of reject your criteria there for whoever can kill the most people is the higher power or something. Seems a little bit nutty.
There's different.
You seem a bit nutty, sir.
Yeah, the fruit calling the nut nut.
Hey, man, our society thinks I'm crazy, so we got that in common.
I think anybody's a little bit lunatic who worships the air.
Me too. People who are concerned about the air, but not children.
The moon, the stars, the fiction that they...
I'd agree with you. People who worship creation instead of the creator, who are concerned with the pavement more than they are the babies in the wombs of women around them, I think they're nutty. I think people who are more concerned with keeping the place pretty than they are keeping the place clean from the shedding of innocent blood are dehumanizing, tyrannical people.
Blood. I am one who is aware that there is a literal communication between the fetus, the unborn child, whatever you want.
Human in the fetal stage of development is fine with me.
There's a literal communication between it and its host.
Okay, a literal one, but
very literal.
Yeah, they're definitely
so literal,
in communication.
In fact, that the child, the infant, the fetus, whatever, that it hasn't been born, can control the habits of the actions of its host.
Yep, there's a lot going on between them. Definitely, there's two people, mother and child. It's beautiful.
So,
I just don't think mothers can murder children.
So, who is to say that the woman's choice to abort the fetus is not a decision made jointly between the two? Can you prove it isn't?
Every human child that I've ever met has no desire to be murdered. No one can even remember being in the womb.
Then how do you know that there wasn't a communication there?
You think that people are trying to commit suicide while they're in the womb? Is this really your argument? Because I don't think it's worth taking seriously. I'm just being honest with you. It's not worth taking seriously.
I'm telling you.
Just like it's not worth taking seriously to go kill Hitler before he's born.
I'm telling you that there's a communication between fetus and host. And if the host decides that the fetus is communicating incorrectly, maybe causing harm to the host.
Yeah. Usually
the host has every right
to
do what is in the best interest of the host.
Usually it's the mother. I refuse to call women hosts. Usually it's the mother who is looking at her situation.
I don't call women hosts unless they're impregnated. Then they are hosting an unborn whatever.
Yeah, but where we all come from. It's our shared human experience. Remember, human rights guy, anti-human guy, makes sense.
Oh, that's your opinion.
Okay.
I am for human rights, and human rights only go to the extent that
you're for born wanted people rights.
See, one, I can protect the born person's rights because the unborn is the protection under its host. The host has full governance of everything within their body.
You think so?
Yes.
So you're not for humans having rights if they're within their mother's bodies, which is the basic.
The human has the exact same rights the mother has, or the host has, and she has the right to abort anything or kill anything within her jurisdiction.
Yes, you're for special murder rights for mothers because the baby's inside of her jurisdiction, her body.
That's right.
That is your view. I think that is a wicked, evil, satanic view. And I would say that it is also
would you kill off anything in your body you didn't
human
like?
rights violation at the same time.
Would you kill off anything in your body you didn't like?
Not if it were a human.
No,
because I believe in humans and their value and their dignity.
No,
remember, I don't think you should kill humans.
No, you don't.
You have the position of the man. You believe like that those who are in power and those who have might are over and above those who are small.
Those are your
and
words. Those are yours.
I'm just repeating back to me. You
No,
think
you're
that a
not.
human being who's small and inside of the womb is not a human that should be protected the way you're protected or the way I'm protected. That's what you're saying.
No, I am not.
Well, then I don't have ears that hear what you're saying.
That's correct.
You're saying that you are
They hear,
for
but they don't understand.
You
See,
can't, you
if
quote the
that
Bible?
woman over there decides to get pregnant and decides to have a life
I hope
birth,
so. I hope so.
then she has every right
Yes.
to protect that fetus
That's what I'm
to
saying.
be born.
You are for
But if
protecting
she,
the
but
rights
if
of
she
people
does
who are
not,
wanted.
But if she does not want that to be born for whatever her reason,
Right.
whether you like
I
it or
understand
not,
your view.
she has the right. And
Yes.
humans have done this long before the United States, long
They
before
have.
the Christian religion,
Yes.
even before Hebrews and Jews and everything else began to be
100%.
formed up.
Yeah, that's why the world was flooded, because of murder.
Yeah.
Yes. So I understand
the world
your
was
view.
flooded because of a lot of water.
Yes. I understand your view. But what I
And the people
disagree
after
with.
the flood decided to attribute it to a God they don't even know or don't even see.
Okay. The
It's
difference
easy to
is,
blame devils and gods for that stuff.
sure, you deny gods, you deny
No,
the
no.
God.
No.
You
I
say
don't-
that you
see,
like,
to
but
me, gods don't exist at all,
Yeah.
except in the minds of the people who have created them.
but God has said that men love darkness and they love sin and they've destroyed their lives and they've run so far away from me that
Tell
they
me.
hate what is good, they love what is evil, and they reject the truth and suppress it in unrighteousness.
Tell me,
And
have
for
you-
them,
have
they
you
will
actually-
die and they will stand before God regardless of what they believe,
What do you
and they'll
think of
have
the
to
King
give an
James
account.
version of the Bible?
I don't read the King James version. There have been updated, better translations that take in more manuscripts.
But they're all basically about the same, right?
They're all based on, I believe, the Bible is an actual manuscript. The Bible is written in Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic.
Yeah.
And translations are, I speak English, and so I read in an English version that's
Would you say
standard.
that the King James version of the Garden of Eden story and the life and times of the people called Jesus would be reasonably accurate?
Yeah, they tried to act. I think there's probably a few differences that would be better translated, but it is trying to reflect the Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic, and it is telling exactly the same thing. Yes, yeah. God wants us to have His word, so He
I
presides
knew
over
you
it.
In a hypothetical situation, if
Yeah.
I knew you well enough,
It's okay. You're not going to offend me. It's fine. I'm
that-
enjoying our
that-
conversation.
that
It's
if
fine.
there were 4 bits of information that I could get you to save this person's life and kill that person,
Okay.
I'm saying that if I knew you well enough to be able to get you to do that, and I only told you,
You couldn't get me to kill someone.
See,
You couldn't.
all
You're
I
not-
would have to do is convince you that I'm a messenger of your God, and you would
couldn't.
have to believe me.
You couldn't. Messengers of my God wouldn't be advocates of calling women hosts and telling them they have the right to murder humans.
Oh, but if I told you to
So
go
I already
out,
know.
So if I told you to go out and slaughter a complete society and everything else, you'd be all for it if I could convince you that I was from your God.
Hey, if you appeared as a pillar of smoke and fire and led me out of Egypt and did all those plagues and all that
So
kind of
all you're
stuff,
saying is
it'd be a
all I
lot
need to do-
easier
So all
to
I
believe
need,
you.
So you're saying is all I need to do is convince you with some magic tricks and everything else, and you'd be good.
You'd be a very impressive magician. And also, I think that when God
Pharaoh's
speaks,
magicians did a lot of the same stuff that Moses
you're not
learned under
you're not
the
even
same
quoting
thing.
the story.
So,
Like, listen,
anyway,
the Pharaoh's
so
magicians
back to the
actually
example.
couldn't even make gnats
Back-
up out of the dust,
back
and
to
they
the
told
example.
Pharaoh, we can't do this.
Back to the example.
If you're gonna rely on biblical text, you should read the Bible more
Back to the example.
to make your arguments better.
Back to the example.
Well,
Let's
convince me to murder people,
yeah.
couldn't, unless you're God.
I know that you are.
and God doesn't convince people to murder.
Okay. The hypothetical is that if I can do this
Uh-huh.
and convince you to do it, and you do it, but I only tell you 2 bits of the information instead of 4 bits of the information, so you can make a very well-informed decision.
Okay.
Would you consider me deceptive if I told you to
If
do
you
that?
if you were you, yes. If you were God, no.
See, there's no difference.
See, like say I was a man and I was named Abraham, and I had a long-running relationship with you, and you were God, and I knew you, and I had this thing with my wife, and Sarah had conceived a child, and you had said something like, "Listen, I want you to you to take your son, go on the mountain, and make a sacrifice to the Lord. And I said to my son, maybe he's 13, 14, I don't know, he's big enough to carry wood. Hey, grab up some wood. We're going to go on here. I would do that, and I would walk up on that mountain, and I would pull out that sword, that dagger, whatever it was, and I would slaughter that goat, that ram in the thicket, and it would be a picture of the fact that
What if
God...
there wasn't a ram in the thicket? Would you kill the kid?
There was a ram in the thicket.
If there wasn't, would you
and
kill the
God
kid?
did that so that he could send a message, angry, could
If there
send a
wasn't-
message that God actually will provide the sacrifice. And you know who that is because you were raised in it.
See.
You've rejected him. The Son of God, like God
Now,
was going to punish sin, and he took it on himself.
Did that God say, there's a ram, sacrifice it? Or did he?
Yes.
Was the order to take your kid up and sacrifice the kid on the altar?
The order was to take your son up onto the mount and make a sacrifice to the Lord.
Yeah.
That was the order, yeah.
So did it later say that God actually told him to take the ram that was in the thicket? Or in the bush or whatever?
What does it say technically?
Yeah. Does it technically say that you're... No.
I
Take him
memorize
off here.
perfectly.
Swap
The
him
word
over.
technically makes me nervous, but yes. No, that
Or was it
they
just
sacrificed the ram that was in the thicket.
Simply because it was there.
God provided it.
No, simply because it was there.
God said, I provided it.
No.
It's
But
there.
God said, kill the kid.
Mm.
It didn't say I'm going to provide a ram,
Did the kid get killed? Are there Jews in the world today?
which means that
That God...
somebody didn't obey God's order.
Now you're just messing it up because your clever story...
Because some poor little ram got caught in a bush.
Your clever attempt to use that story to justify your sin
No.
didn't work.
Where's my sin?
Your sin?
Yeah, where was my sin?
Oh, I mean, I've seen you sin a couple of times while
Where?
standing here.
Where?
Well,
How?
you yelled and screamed at a perfectly fine stranger and called him an effer and all. I can't remember what you said.
Since when is use of the English language a sin?
I disagree with you that we should accost people and yell at people in public and call them names.
I think that people ought to pick up the trash that they leave laying all over the ground,
You-
that they throw laying all over the ground.
I agree with you that you could say that. That's fine. And I generally agree that people shouldn't litter. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Apparently, the guy behind you doesn't because he didn't go pick it up.
Well,
himself.
I agree with what he's
Wow.
doing. He's spreading a message. He's doing what you're doing, just on a bigger scale with better art.
Yeah, it's too bad our police don't enforce those litter laws.
Do you think there's a law against this, or do they allow this?
See,
I bet you there's some laws and statutes. They just don't enforce them because they want to allow you to petition your government, redress of your grievances.
See, there are laws that.
That's pretty clever with the shovel.
So I was arrested out of that park.
Why?
Why? Because they claimed I was camping. I was in that park for 4 years doing the exact same thing for 4 years, and one day they arrested me for camping. Like
Right.
the first 4 years previous, and the first day they had come to me and told me that's illegal because there's a sign that says no camping.
Yeah. The difference is whenever you were mad at him and wanted him to follow the law and not litter, you didn't have the power to force him.
Of course I do.
Whenever
I have the
they
power
wanted you to follow
I have
the law-
the power to do a citizen's arrest.
Right.
But
They
you
wanted
see-
you to follow the law and
but
not
you-
litter in that park with your presence.
No.
But they had the power to move you.
See,
That's the difference.
I have the power to arrest that jackass over there for littering. But then when we get in the fight and everything else, then it comes to the court and everything else. And since I was trying to arrest him and put cuffs on him because of the litter law.
I don't think you can put cuffs on him.
What's that?
I think the citizen's arrest works. It's a little more complex than that.
The thing is, my right to be over there and my right to be here is protected by the Constitution.
I agree.
Where? How is it protected?
You've got it written on your sign. I believe
Let's just say none of the signs were here.
I believe actually if what you're doing is somewhat petitioning the government of some grievance, I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Let's say that none of the words.
I think
let's just say,
I think you have the right.
Let's say that none of the words,
Yeah.
none of the signs are here. You can't see any of the stuff here.
Well, so this is property. I think the governing authorities can, to a certain extent, without violating human rights, like they can't kill you, tell people where they can be and not be, to a certain extent. But if you are asking if this is a assembly, a petition of redress of grievances, or some kind of freedom of expression of religion or something like that. According to the government's own laws, they cannot stop you. That's what I would be on your team for that. I'm not exactly sure what you're for.
That's the good thing about public spaces. It's available to the public.
Yep, I agree with you.
Now,
I enjoy it all the time.
If you want to occupy this public space, you have to wait till I get up and leave.
I agree.
The government can't get me up and move me out of here so you can move me in, so you can move in.
True.
Okay.
They would be being tyrannical if they favored me over them because they're not to show partiality.
That's right.
But again, that comes from a higher law saying you shall not show partiality. And they have to make their laws consistent with that law or they are unjust and they are tyrants. I have the ability to say they're tyrants. I don't think you have the ability to say they're tyrants.
Who?
You.
Say who's a tyrant?
The people who would show partiality to the person that they put in this place to replace you.
Of course I do.
You can say it, but you don't have the metaphysical foundation for it.
Of course I do.
What is it? Preference?
Look, you're confused a little bit.
Okay.
Because the Constitution
I'm
isn't
easy
the
to
government.
confuse.
The Constitution isn't government law, it's the law over government.
Amen.
They pass a lot of laws contrary to the Constitution. And
Oh,
they enforce their laws,
That's very true. It's
which
wrong.
is contrary to the Constitution.
Amen.
The no
Preach.
camping, the no sleeping, or whatever,
Preach.
is a violation against Amendment 9.
Preach.
The rights retained by the people.
I'm with you.
Now,
Although, is that public property right there?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Federal park.
What they say? What they do to remove you? They
See, after 4 years, SCOTUS finally, after the unconstitutional opinion from SCOTUS about Grants Pass, SCOTUS said it's all right to enforce those unconstitutional laws about camping and that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after 4 years, they finally enforced it over there, arrested me, and I spent a few weeks in jail and
Yeah.
never did get a trial.
It's well, I'll tell you. I know we argued about a lot of stuff, but I am on your side there. I don't think enough people realize how frequently our government actually does write laws that are inconsistent with the Constitution.
See, my opinion,
And they should stick with the Constitution, and they don't. And that's
when it comes to abortion and live birth is the government should be completely out of both sides of it.
for your consideration.
What's that?
For your consideration,
See,
the right to life. No state shall, Fifth Amendment, no state shall pass a law depriving the right to life. For 14th Amendment, also no state shall. Those amendments protect the right to life, and then we pass laws that violate that right to life.
Yeah.
And so they do the very things to preborn babies that you don't want done to you.
see,
Passing laws that allow you to be mistreated, passing laws that allow them. The only thing that's different is that you protect yourself, but you won't stand up for the human being that's being murdered. It's just you're too interested in protecting yourself and
when the
hypocrisy and all this.
when the not born citizen, which hasn't been born,
They're
they're not
They're
part
alive.
of the census and everything else.
Sure.
So is the mosquito. They all
Mosquito-
start out as single cell beings and everything else. And yes,
mosquito's
the
never a
mosquito
human being.
The mosquito does have intelligence and all that sort of stuff. The
You think
mosquitoes-
only humans that have been counted in the census are
No.
deserving to be protected?
No, but if she gets pregnant and wants the child,
That's
then
right.
she has every right to protect that child.
That's
and
what I've told
she
you.
has the right to encourage other people to help her protect it.
Sir, that's what
But
I
if
told
she
you.
wants to
You
have it-
believe
but
in
if she-
wanted people's rights, and
But if she
unwanted
does-
people don't have rights.
First
That's
of
what
all,
you're
it's not
saying.
a people or it's not
Humans.
a citizen. She's
You believe
responsible-
only citizens
No.
that are wanted should be protected from murder.
Bullshit.
That's what you just
No.
told me. You've
No.
told me earlier in the conversation, you tell me now.
No.
I don't believe
I am
only
saying
wanted
that-
people
I am
should be
saying that
protected by
As
law.
long as it is in her body, she is the
Yes, I
primary
understand.
individual responsible for it. And then she is responsible for getting other people like yourself to help her protect her child's
Right.
life.
If she wants her child should be protected by her.
If she doesn't want that child, then yes, she has every right to remove it from her body at
Yeah.
any time she chooses.
Okay.
And then if you
I
want
know, I
to keep it
understand.
alive, you can do everything you can to keep it alive
Gotcha.
after she removes it.
I got you. Just a question for clarification. a mother with a prematurely born newborn,
Okay.
right? 28-week-old child in the NICU. She wanted to get an abortion, but she failed.
Yeah.
She doesn't want the baby, and she doesn't want someone to raise the child. She does not want the child to be put up for adoption.
Okay.
So she goes into the NICU with an X-Acto blade, and she stabs the baby to death until they're no longer alive. Is she doing something that should be justified and protected by law, or is she committing a crime?
See,
The baby can't live without her.
yeah,
The baby is unwanted.
yeah.
They're a human, and they're the same age and makeup of one that would be in the womb had they not been prematurely born. How come she's not allowed? They're not on the census, right? She was homeless. They're not a citizen.
Okay.
I don't know if you just get to be a citizen when you're born, but I don't care about that.
Curious.
Why is that not murder? Mom puts her 2-year-old in the back seat, straps him in, drives her car off a bridge. She doesn't want them. She's burdened by them. Why is that not murder? They can't live without her. They're 2. They need help.
Can. Of course they
Okay, make them 2 weeks old, 2 weeks born.
can.
Can't live without anyone. They need help. All of us need help. I'm just saying extend the help all the way back
See,
to wherever you have a human.
rights retained by the people. Okay. Amendment 9, which means that if religion wants government to protect the unborn child, a constitutional amendment would have to be passed.
It doesn't have to be religious.
Whatever.
The Constitution already has in the 5th and the 14th Amendment, no state shall pass a law depriving an innocent human being the right to life. That's already in there.
See,
You can't show partiality. You can't pervert justice. That's all. It's already in there. We're just saying apply what's already in there to all human beings equally. People like you say only apply it to wanted human beings. I say there are people in our society that people don't want, but they still shall not be murdered. Let's do that. I think I'm with these folks, and I got to eat.
So, if Hitler was alive today, you would say, nope, you can't kill him.
If Hitler was the mass murdering lunatic that he was,
Yep.
I would put him on trial and I'd have him summarily executed within the day.
Okay, so it's okay to execute people you want executed. It's all right to murder people you want murdered.
The government can bear a sword against those who shed innocent blood,
Not in this country.
against those
Not in this
who
country.
commit capital crimes. The government.
Not in this country.
So if Hitler is guilty of a capital crime, he can be receive a capital punishment. That's how it all works.
Not in this country.
Sadly, it's not well applied. Anyway, I got to go. It's been fun.
If you would politely tell the people who threw this litter all over the place to come by and pick it up, it'd be greatly appreciated.
This man does not like things like eyesores
I
to
said
be out
litter.
in public.
I said litter.
I forgot what you said about him.
Because you guys
Yeah.
are eyesores.
I know. You'd have us terminated. All right. Hey, thanks for talking. Honestly, it's good. It was good. It was interesting. It's interesting.
What's your name?
What's that?
What's your name?
Why are you looking to use it?
I just want to know your name.
Call me Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, all those good names and everything else, because if you're going to pray for me, those are the names I want you to use.
Yeah. So you don't believe in God, but do you believe in them?
No.
No.
Because your side
Yeah.
says that side is so bad and everything else.
Yeah.
A lady made a special delivery for me. She wanted me to give it to you. She said, go all the way to John. She said, go all the way to John. Give it to John. We're like, okay, we're going to go to John.
Okay.
Oh, so we got the name.
What a weird providential thing.
What if
Hey,
I told you my name wasn't John?
John Depp.
hey, go
That
tell her
worked.
that his name is Beelzebub. Interesting.
Beelzebub.
That's what
Yeah.
she said. He said his
Satan,
name was
Lucifer, etc., etc.,
Beelzebub.
etc.
Lucifer?
Because these guys are wanting my name so they can pray for me. So I want to give them a name they can pray for.
What's your name to pray for?
What's that?
So what's the name of it to pray for?
She wants to pray for you
Lucifer.
too.
Beelzebub.
Satan?
Yeah.
Ah, very nice.
Don't supposedly if these guys are for God and the Satan's supposed to be the bad guy, you ought to pray for the bad guy, right?
Satan's just a fallen, prideful angel that stood up against God and denied him and fought him.
Threw him down.
Well, hey, do you deny that Jesus Christ came in the flesh? Do you deny that Jesus is the Son of God?
Hold on a second. See, my study of the four Gospels.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm getting to that answer.
If you deny.
I'm getting to that answer.
Jesus.
I'm getting
God
to that
in the
answer.
flesh.
Yes, I do deny that.
You deny that.
No more God than you are.
You don't think that do you think he ever existed?
There were, according to the gospel records, 2 people with the name of Jesus
Okay.
who had a father.
I was just
Joseph,
checking on something. You're fine.
And one of them was considered a king of the Jews, and the other one was considered a Messiah, but they were not the same individual.
I don't have time for this rubbish PBS documentary. I'm sorry.
Not PBS documentary. I actually read the shit.
No, it sounds like some History Channel thing that I might fall down in the middle of the night.
Let me ask you this then. Can you have 2 men who are brothers in your lineage record?
We have to eat. We've stayed. I was trying to break off with you. Good. I don't want to be mean and rude, but I haven't eaten since yesterday, and I need.
Well, your Jesus didn't eat for 40 days and 40 nights.
It's not a good argument.
He was still able to refute the devil.
It's not a good argument. I'm hungry. I'm not Jesus. It's just invalid.
But your Jesus said that his followers would be able to do the same things and even greater. You should be able to stand out here 60 days without eating.
I guess I'm not doing that right now. I'm doing something different, like getting a taco.
How many people did you raise from the dead?
I've never raised anyone from the dead.
How many lepers did you heal?
I'll just leave you with this. You will, regardless if you're here when he returns or you die before he does, you will stand before him. And if you say, I stand in my righteousness and I reject you, you do not exist, that will not help you and that will not save you. Unless you are covered in the blood of the Lamb, you will be separated from him and go to a place that is eternal darkness. And that's why I do not want that for you. And I do think you're not dead, so you can change. Truly.
Funny thing is, if I'm standing before anything, I can't say you don't exist because you're here.
Right.
But
and I'm here as a messenger of reconciliation, telling you how you can become right with God.
But if I'm standing in front
so
of
God
an
has
entity,
actually given you all sorts of evidence that he wants you to know and follow him.
So if I'm standing before the entity you claim is your God, I can say,
you will.
I reject you as a God.
No.
You just happen to be his God, which isn't any God to me because I don't recognize God.
I suggest you don't try that. What I'm saying
I already did it.
If you
consider me before whatever the throne. There are no gods in my life.
Gotcha. But it's appointed for a man to die once, and then comes a judgment. You're quenching the Spirit now. You're rejecting him now. I'm just leaving it between you and God, as whether you repent and believe in him, or continue to believe only in yourself and your own vain ideas. But I do gotta go.
They're not my own vain ideas. Most of my ideas came from 1776, so if they're mine, I'm a lot older than you.
Interesting.
By a couple of 100 years anyway. If everything is my idea.
Okay. I'll go back to the garden, I guess. Just trying to obey at least that one rule. Obey God, do what he says, and it'll be well with you. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, bring glory to God. My ideas are as old as Adam. I guess I beat you in that.
See that bullshit?
You beat me in all other arguments, but I beat you in that.
See, that bullshit is what makes this country or this planet so bad. Because you got people who think they have to fucking reproduce and everything else, whether they like the kids or not, and bring them forth and subdue the earth and control everything.
Yep. We're not advocates of murder, and we're not advocates of only protecting wanted people. But that is actually what you advocated for. Only protecting and loving and extending the law to wanted humans is what you advocated for.
That is what you are trying to put in my mouth, and the words you put in my mouth taste like shit. I would
think that those words would in fact taste like that.
I'm simply saying that she,
because that's all they are,
has the right to decide whether that which is in her is going to come out and be born or not, alive or dead.
Based on whether she wants it or not.
Has that political authority.
I'm just repeating. I know it's the position of the man. You got the position of the man. That's what they do. That's what the government does.
You know how many women have told me that? They
What?
want the government off of their vaginas.
Yeah, they're just saying that's a slogan. But the government tells them if they murder the babies in their wombs, there will be no punishment. Republicans, Democrats, all alike
Christians.
say that if they murder the child in their womb, there will be no punishment.
But as long as they can say that my God told me to, you can't say that he didn't.
Well, they could be lying about what God says, just like we've gone over earlier in the conversation.
Just like that guy who went ahead and told the people, hey, God says we got to kill this
Hey.
entire Canaanite.
Hey, you did a great job. Thanks for talking. I gotta go though, okay? Tired of these guys filming me.
Happy to use any of my comments in there. You will have to obey something like that.
All right, thank you for your permission. John, one party state, my friend, our district. John, it's a one party district. Thank you.